Um, First off, hey, just to make my own little announcement here. I got a good college buddy who's got a tough cancer diagnosis, Andrew Reed, and he and all my college teammates, we weren't good players, but we're great effing guys. And all my college teammates flew to Walla Walla today to hang out with Andrew and watch this game because he can't travel. So that was for Andrew. I've been thinking about that a lot, and I didn't want to get too emotional about it, but there's bigger things in life than winning at Duke, believe it or not. And this feels great, and I hope Andrew got a lot of joy out of this today. So, all right, let's rock and roll so I can get out of here. Well, I just felt like I feel like we can get so much better as a team, and but you need live bullets. And I felt like on a lot of our drives today, we were shooting off balanced shots. And so I was really encouraging the guys, if you didn't have a good, easy layup, one that we practice, get to a 2-foot stop. And Caleb got in kind of a tough spot down there and got on 2 feet, which was awesome, and found Key. And, Key, and we missed a bunch of layups just rolled off today, and that one we maybe got lucky and got an and one on it. I'm just really proud of those guys, how they made free throws down the stretch and stepped up. And, I felt like that three that JB had, Jaden Bradley, I thought that was in. I felt good about him at the free throw line. I think we got a bunch of winners, and so I'm really proud of how we kind of handled the situational basketball at the end. There was a lot of situations there. You try to practice them, but trust me, it feels a little different on the road when you're thinking foul up 3, up 1, 2, 3, all the scenarios. But our guys did a great job of playing situational basketball down the stretch. Oh my, you learned a lot, man. And I just told our guys, believe it or not, you don't get a trophy for winning your second game of the season. I know that a lot will be made of us winning here, and because Duke's obviously a great program, and John's a good friend who's got a really good team. But we're on a longer journey than this. Winning at Duke was nice, but you know what? We got a good Southern team that just beat UNLV by about 20. So, we're looking forward to jumping on the plane, wrapping this one up, getting ready for Chapter 3. Well, I'm not a scripter, and I just try to coach the game as it plays out in front of me, and I'm not surprised he made them, and I told him, he deserved that moment, and I don't know if I don't have my glasses, so I can't read the stats, so I don't know if he played good or bad today. It felt like he was, maybe a little. I thought he was playing a little quick on some stuff, and I can imagine it's a pretty emotional moment, and he's a competitive guy. But for him to calmly step up and go 4 for 4 from the line down the stretch says a lot about him as a competitor. Yeah, we're built for it. You guys look at our bodies. We got some dogs, and they played like it. And you got Pella and Umar. Caleb's playing really well defensively. Kylan, Jaden, KJ. Keyshawn. That's some dudes right there. And I thought our guys did a great job. We schemed and changed some schemes, and we kind of fell into one down the stretch of that second half that, we were just cross matching some stuff, and it looked to be working. And luckily it turned out in our favor. No, not really. We're not a team that really, does too much stuff by design. We just try to play good basketball and make good basketball decisions, and and we have guards that are willing passers, and so I know he was probably the recipient of a nice pass by a guard. So he's really a good player. I want him to finish a couple more of those layups, but he, kind of went at the start of that game, when they kind of made a first run at us, he went in there and really impacted the game with his size and his hands and his feel. And, I think, him getting an opportunity to play in a game like this will really, enhance his confidence. Kylan's a really good basketball player. He's a really good basketball player. I think people forget that he's 18 years old, and these kids are reclassed and upclassed and doing all this stuff. Well, he's legit. Like, he doesn't turn 19 till after the season. So, this should have been his second game of his college career. So I think him coming last year allowed him to get some seasoning and to walk into this game a little bit more like a veteran. And I thought he played like a veteran today. I think he was cramping or something. He's a good player. He's a good player, and his ball goes in. I mean, man, like, I thought we had him in some tough spots, and he's kind of thrashing around in there, putting his head down, and when he's pivoting and stuff like that, and he's got good touch, and he was able to kind of, bang some of those balls off the glass and in, and he's just a good basketball player. And I'm sure, he's only going to get better over the course of this season, and Duke's had really good players like him before, and they'll know how to take advantage of his skill set. I mean, he's a good basketball player. Well, we knew there were going to be runs. We told our guys, you got to be able to take punches. We can't have a glass jaw. And we knew we were going to have to take punches, but we knew we were going to keep throwing them as well. So, my message to the guys was this, real simple: play with poise. And then I said, why do you think I want you guys to play with poise? Well, make good decisions, don't panic, don't let the crowd get to us. I said, no, play with poise because you're the better team. Trust that you're the better team over the course of 40 minutes. And I knew it would be a small margin, but I feel like that. I mean, and I love this group of guys and feel like we're going to be as good a ball club as anybody in the country. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, we have players 9, 10, and 11 that are good too. I mean, we have depth, but maybe those guys haven't played in an environment like this, so I didn't want to maybe baptism by fire. That doesn't mean they're not good enough. That means their coach just on one day, shortened the bench a little bit. But those guys are going to contribute, and for us to be as good as we can be, we need Phillip and Morauskas and Conrad to be contributing players, and they will. I mean, I thought Balla was there the whole game. I mean, I think you just got to, he's a force. He's a force. I'm sure those guys haven't felt a body like that. And he had a couple jump hooks that, I wish he would have maybe snapped a little bit more, not left short. But, I got high standards for that stuff, and he knows that. But he's a really good basketball player and just a heck of a leader and a heck of a competitor. Second game, Bruce. Oh, Bruce, no, we just won a 40-minute basketball game. It was hard fought, and you know me. I mean, listen, if you're not energized today, you got problems, and so, yeah, I don't want to overthink that. Listen, my goal is to win all our games in March and April. That's really my goal. I don't have a November, little checklist on my thing to win all my games in November. So I'm glad we're winning. It's better than losing, but nothing more than that. Well, listen, then you're going to hear the other side of me. I'm a day-to-day guy. I don't know. We'll find out. I know we're going to get back on that plane tonight. We're going to look at this film, and I think we'll have an engaged, captured audience. That's maybe we can double down on some of our convictions. We can figure out some of our loose ends and tie them up. And I'm just getting better, and I'm looking forward to playing a good Southern team on Monday.